I'm live. Jumbo. This is Virtuous Woman. Miss B Finance one-on-one. If you are millennium, 20s or 30s, join me. We're gonna be talking about points to consider. So I'm gonna make this sweep. Hi Kawash, how Lillian? So today I won't mention them because this video is going to YouTube. So yes. How are you all doing? Today we are talking about millennium and money. So yes, all the millennium, say hi, say hi. Can you all hear me? I hope you can hear me, please. Kawash, give me thumbs up if you can hear me so that we get started, because I don't want to take most of your time. Yes. Was just passing by. City took a 4th floor. Yes, 4th floor. I'll probably talk to you guys on 5th floor, man. I'm sorry. But anyway, these points can also be for 4th floor, okay? So if you can hear me, it's okay. Consider this, yeah? Because by the time you're on 4th floor, we expect you to be on another game level, okay? But I'm targeting my people now. The people who are still young at heart, you know. I consider myself young at heart. Oh, the 4th floor is calling in 4 years. That's just a secret. Thank you, Charity, for acknowledging you can hear me. So I just wanted to talk about, especially those who are 30s and in your 30s and in your 20s. I'm so glad you guys are here watching me. Yes. Please do share this video. Tell me where you're watching me from. Comment below. Tell me what are some of the challenges you millennials, 20 or 30s are facing right now. I know most of you guys have been asking me, where do I invest my money? Where do I put my money to get 20% or 10% interest rate? And I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video. So if you want to know where to invest your money, stay with me. And please do tell me where you're watching me from. I'm very humbled. A lot of people have been calling me all over the place from Colorado, Michigan. I'll be with Michigan people next month. So please do share with me where you were watching me from. I would like to know, because apparently I'm from everywhere. Yeah. Oh, Arizona, nice. I love that. But millenniums, I really I love Yugis. I wanted to talk about this topic because, you know, there's some mistake I did in my 20s, although now I'm in my 30s, and I don't want you guys to repeat the same mistake. And there's key reason why we stay broke. Oh, Ohio. Wow, what Ohio and any watch. I'm so happy. And I don't want you guys to repeat some of those mistakes. So the one thing that I always think is advantage, and I'm just starting, okay? You can share this video, you can chat, you can tell me some of the challenges you guys are facing right now, and I'll answer them as we go. The question you have as a millennium, and I'll answer them for you. So the place that I personally want to start with is, you know, most of the reason why we, the people who are in 20s and 30s, fail is, number one, we fail to plan. And that could be the where to start from, is we fail to plan. And not only fail to plan, we literally don't even care to plan. And I know the reason why is because we think we have time. So I'm going to start by talking about time. Time is an asset, guys, but it's also to your disadvantage. If you know asset are things that brings you money, and time is one of the biggest assets. If you are in your 20s or 30, you have, okay? But guess what? It is also a liability if you don't use it. It can be a liability in that most of us right now, we feel like, oh my God, I have enough time to play around. You go to college, you finish college, and guess what? You're like, man, I still have enough time, you know, I'm gonna retire at 65. So what do? You play around, you hang out, you don't plan, you even fail to plan. But let me tell you, time is your biggest asset. The reason why right now you still have the energy, that energy is still your asset. Guess what? When you grow old, that energy will not be there. When you grow old, that time is gone. So I'm doing this video to make you guys utilize that time right now. What happened is that most of us finish school, we want to marry, we want to buy a house. We say, oh, I still have time, let me look for a girlfriend, propose $3,000 $4,000 ring. Of age, leave those rings expensive, eh? Marriage is what counts. You want to do all the life that comes with it. You're pressurized to do life. And then you're like, I have time. Then before you know it, the house come, the kids come. Now you're bombarded with a lot of responsibility, and then time is gone. So if I have to give, my biggest advice is utilize your time right now. Right now as it is, and you know me, I like to drop some numbers. Second floor from India, yes, 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 yes. Failure to identify ourselves, time wastage. I like to drop number because I think if people see numbers, they can visualize it. If right now, you know, one thing about millennium, we waste so much time. If right now you are a millennium and you even start putting $200 a month, $200 is $6.60 a day. $6, that's when you're spending in after you get off work, you go drink with your friends. That $6.60 is costing you $434,000 when you retire 30 years from now. In 20 years from now, that will be $151,000 if you get 10% interest rate. So utilize time to your advantage. Imagine if 30 years from now you have $500,000 because you only invested $200 at 10% interest rate. Utilize your time, guys. It goes by. Procrastination is the enemy of saving. I've said it before. You procrastinate, it's the biggest enemy you have. Stop wasting time. When you have those kids, when you are older, you won't have the same energy. So use that energy right now as it is to invest your money. Stop procrastinating. As a millennium, please utilize your time. That is your biggest asset you have, and you have to make sure you utilize it to your advantage every time. Okay, the second thing I wanted to talk about is whenever you are planning to, the reason why we fail, because we fail to plan. In fact, I think not before we are good planners. At millennials, we are good planners. But do you know what we plan for? We plan for baby shower. We plan for cabo. We plan we plan for Memorial Weekend. You know I love Memorial Weekend. We plan for things that are not a priority. I've already talked about time. You need to start planning for retirement because you have that time to your advantage. It's not because we are poor planners. I already know. Millennials like to plan. They even plan for a reunion party. Right now you should see us in quit planning the way we're losing weight. Eh? We be looking good. We love to plan. It's just our planning is wrong. Well, it's not wrong, but we need to start focusing on planning for retirement. As good as we are in planning vacation, start planning for your retirement. Look at, where am I right now? Assess your goals right now. Assess where you are, set up a goal, and go to work. So if you are a millennium, you're looking at me, I've said it, time is at your place, but you have to start planning. Where am I right now? How can I do better? Put those goals into plan, and not only into plan, but into action, because you have that time. Imagine, and I've always talked about the X curve. You guys know the X curve. The X curve, I'm going to use this book real fast. This is the X curve of life, okay? We are all going to go from young to old. That's a given. During this time, two things need to happen on this curve as we grow from young to old. Curve number one, this is your wealth curve. You need to start building your wealth and grow it up. Given, because what is gonna go on is when you are older, your wealth should be enough to sustain you. The other curve is your responsibility curve. Guess what, young people? You might be in your 20s and 30s and you don't have kids. This responsibility will be a lot. As you grow older, we're gonna start decreasing some of this responsibility. So utilize that. Always know I'm not gonna have the same energy right now. Start investing, okay? And start thinking about retirement. Put that money away. You want to know places to invest at 10%, 11%? Stay on. I will give you some of the places to invest at the end of this video. The second thing is about choices we make. Yes. And then when it comes to choices, I want to talk about the two part of the choices. Too much choices and too little choices. You have to make a choice, guys. The reason is like these days you are being pulled from all direction, and so most young people, we fail to make the right choices. You are pulled to Bitcoin and land, and you are always dipping yourself into places that you don't even understand. And that's why I want to talk about choices. You are being pulled to everybody want to do this, and you feel like, oh my god, Bitcoin crave, let me go dump into Bitcoin. We real estate, let me go dump into what you don't realize is, okay, as much as I encourage young people to do whatever they want, but we also have to realize is, you know, too much choices will kill you. Make few choices. You know, our mind will focus on what we everyday choices. If you choose to stay on negative, it will focus there. Make few choices, okay? But those choices have to be aligned with what you want in life. Am I making sense? So don't be pulling all direction. Focus on one, you will win. If you start even putting that $20 right now in, let me say Britam, and Britam gave you that 10%, 11%, I guarantee you in 20 years from now, you will have $151,000 at 10% interest rate. Focus on that. Don't be pulled with all the many choices. If you don't understand it, you have no business being in it. When you want to invest as a young person, instead of doing always the things that you love, you know, being always in the job that you love, try to invest on the things that you love. Am I making sense? So just don't keep on leaving the job that you invest on those jobs. You know, if you love Facebook too much, invest in Facebook. Invest in something that you understand so that you make those choices very easy for you. I invest in Facebook. I love Facebook. Hey, we are the new generation. Imagine how many of our youngsters are watching this. I invest in Snapchat. I invest in things that I love, okay? So if you're making the choices on places that I have to invest, or the choices of girlfriend too, well, that one, I can't help them. And please do share your questions as we go on. I'll answer your question as we go on. You've distracted me. But you need to make the right choices. Some of these choices, whether to go to club or not, you know, that's delay gratification. I'm going to have a young man come on board and talk to you guys. This is a person, I met him when he was only 25 years old. Right now, I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about livestock, you know, having cows and milking the cows. But in his 20s, he was already doing that. I've already highlighted him. He's in Alabama. He's an incredible young man. You will never see him anywhere. He will never talk. He's very shy. But the reason why he did livestock, because I was telling him, why are you not doing stocks? Why are you not doing this? He said, because I've always been fascinated. I grew up with the cows and I understand that. So invest in things that you understand, okay? Make the right choices that are for you. Just don't go with the flow. Don't go, everybody's going to Memorial, I need to go. That Memorial may be for them, but your money will be somewhere. So make the right choices, okay? Try to delay some of these things. Delay gratification. I posted on Saturday that the biggest enemy we have is self-control, you know. It's not being able to control ourselves, even when we know it's the right thing for us. Try as much as possible to delay gratification. Yes, you might want to leave job, and right now it seems good that everybody's buying a house and you want to do it, yeah? But guess what? If you don't buy that house, you invest in real estate will bring you money. Delay that gratification. Just because all your friends are moving out of their parent parents' house to go live on their own does not mean you need to move out. Live with your parents. Let them talk. You live. Get that free rent. That free money. You live there until your parents kick you out. Am I making sense? If my brother did not kick me out, I would have stayed. Regret. Live there. Delay that gratification of having Maserati, of having Lamborghini, of having so that you can have a better life. In fact, by the time you leave your parent house, can you please make sure you have some income, passive income coming in? Stay until your parents say. But the good thing with parents, they will not chase you. But America, sometimes we don't have parents. So I'll stay wherever you're staying. Instead of finishing school and moving out, stay there. Consider having a couple of friends. Delay the gratification. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys is about paying yourself first. Oh my God, I've already talked about paying yourself 100 times. But you know, it never grow old, you know. Whenever you start working, like I say, you have time is your biggest asset. Start paying yourself. Check. This check. Don't be like the poor people, the people who I'm gonna talk to, the 50s. This is the mistake they did. You know what they were doing with their check? They got it. You know what they did next? They paid Uncle Sam. After we all pay Uncle Sam. You know what they did next? They kept on giving to Matanga. You know better. Have life insurance. Stop giving so much money. Okay, do contribute to GoFundMe. But you know better. We know better. We learn Millennial. Why are we not buying insurance? Come on. So they gave away to every single person parents' requests. They did not know how to say no. Or they bought houses that are of no value. They gave their friend money. You understand? Those are the mistakes we did with money. Before they invested, and then what they had left was this little. And now they're in their 60s trying to catch up. You are smart. You're listening to Miss B right now. You are not going to do that. You know what you will do? You're going to get that paycheck. And the first thing you're going to do after you pay Uncle Sam, I can't help you there. Well, I can wait help you. The next thing you're going to do is take a chunk of that money while you're still young. Learning to say no to your parents, to stand up against everybody else who need your money, and invest. Okay? You are better than that. You are gonna pay yourself first because you know better, and then the rest of the people, the girlfriend, the Maserati, the I don't know who, will take the remaining money. Am I making sense? Learn to pay yourself first. Please do it. Another thing that I wanted to say is creating an habit. You know, learning to pay yourself is good, but create also an habit. You know, create an habit so that you can make more money. Create a daily habit so that you can earn more money. Create a daily habit so that you don't waste your time. You know, I was talking to I hope I will get Mwai one of these fine days. I have this girl, she's in Kenya, and one day I was talking to her, and she was telling me how she owned 6 land. She was barely in her early 30s, and I was telling her, how did you do that? How did you own 6 land at such a tender age of 30? You already own 6 properties in Nairobi that are a killer, you know, are already grown. And one thing she told me was, you know, she created a habit to make money for herself. She created a habit because she avoided the temptation. It's easy to avoid temptation than to always resist temptation. So she created a habit, like I do too. When I wanted to save, what was it? I realized last year I needed to save $1 million by the end of the year. I created a habit so that I don't spend money on Saturday night. Guess what? I'm gonna work on that Saturday night. I hate to work for people, but guess what? I specifically put that because that night shift on Saturday is about $300. If I save that $300, if I work there, although I don't need that money that much, but guess what it does to me? I don't have to go and spend that money. So create an habit that brings you more wealth. Those habits will help you. You will avoid trouble. Some of you be going out and fighting. Please stop that. Create habits that brings you more wealth. Learn. Another thing is learn to teach yourself. I'm just running some of the points that I think are more important. Learn about money when you're still young. I don't know how many times this week alone I've had to answer from a lot of people asking me, Betty, I don't know, I don't understand this wealth thing. I'm in my 60s, I'm up to debt, you know, literally up to debt. I didn't understand, and they keep on borrowing, and they don't understand that the more debt they are, they will never give their kid inheritance. And one thing we all want is that life of freedom. They will never stop working. And so learn this money game. Learn from me. Try to beat those debts out of the way. Learn about interest rate. Learn about saving in these places. Don't just hear my voice. The problem with you guys, you hear my voice but you don't take action. I will come here and show you an illustration of a 20-year-old that I put the policy in life insurance. By the time this 20-year-old, but the 25-year-old is going to be in his 60, they're going to have a family. You will still not do it. You understand? Please. Do it. Take action. Take action, please. You know, learn about money, but also take action on it. If we come here and teach you about compound interest, learn how does that compound interest work to my advantage. I've talked about it. I've talked about simple interest rate that they give you in Kenya versus the compound interest rate here. I've talked about it. Learn the language of money. Take 30 minutes each day to listen to David Ramsey. Not even 30 minutes, 10 minutes during your drive. Listen to something to learn about money. 15 minutes, I encourage you to do so. By the time you are out of that 15 minutes, in fact, my car, I call it a mobile classroom, because by the time I go to work, I will have listened to David Ramsey 20 times. By the time I come back, I see equivalent to master degree in finance to me. If you ask me, you will have learned more. Listen to Kiyosaki. By the time you drive to work 20 minutes, by the time you come back 20 minutes, you will have learned a lot of valuable lesson in that car, instead of be calling girlfriend to find out what happened in memo over the weekend. Stop it now. Get into your car and make your car a mobile classroom. Learn something about money each day, because guess what? Money is what drives us here. We go to work. There's the reason we are driving that car, okay? So what else do I want to tell you guys is, as millennials, we have great opportunity right now. We have a lot of opportunities right now. And honestly, this country is easy to make money if you just learn something. Especially if those people who are out of school right now, if you know your daughter, your son, this is something that I'm working with my son. I tell him, don't take any credit card. Live with me until you have invested something that brings you money. You understand? I teach him about cash flow. I teach him about assets. I teach him about, you know, not being in so much debt. Learn something. If you're going to be living out of, if you leave college right now and this is your first job, your first week, please spend time and learn. Ask people in finance like us, what should I do with my first salary? Let us create that habit from the beginning. If you are in your 30s, you are not late into the game either. I started investing in my 30. The day I woke up at my 30, I was like, oh my God. And then my son arrived in America and I was at 29. I was like, oh my God, my son is gonna be in college in about 5, 6. Oh my God. Then the reality hit home. All of a sudden, I found the urge. But guess what? I was late in the game. And that's why I'm talking to the 20s. Don't be late in the game. I was late. But guess what I'd done the entire time? I'd been working. If you ask me what I did with that money, because I never created that habit of having my money automatically going into savings accounts. I never created that habit. So my son came, and it's when I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be going to high school. College is facing me in 6 years. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then now I had to play catch-up game. I had to literally take every single day to learn about finance. If you are in your 20s, let that not be you. And the reason why most people think right now, oh my God, I see a lot of my girlfriends in their 30 and 35, and they're comfortable. They don't have kids right now. And one thing they forget, and I will bring Mr. Peter Oenga to talk about this. One thing most people don't forget, if you are in your 30s right now, you're a single woman or a single man, your kids are gonna be going to college by the time you're retiring. Guess what money they're gonna be using for retirement? They for going to college, they're gonna be using your retirement money. Yes, we all say they're gonna get student loan. You have to, even right now as a single woman, push yourself. I know sometimes people wait like until they have money to push yourself. Push yourself right now. You guys are already way late in the game. If you're in your 35 and 30s and 35 and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm still waiting for somebody to come and change this kid, you're already late in the game, because your kids are gonna be using your retirement money for college. The moment those kids are gonna come, you are already late in the game. You literally, you know, when I see my girlfriend, I tell one of my girlfriend, I was having a serious conversation. I'm like, girl, you're 35 now. You don't have kids, yes, but don't wait. You need to have an account called baby account, college fund. And she was like, Betty, what do you mean? I'm like, do you know by the time you're retiring, the baby will be going to college? And this is, I promise you, talk to anybody in their 50s right now. This is the biggest problem they're facing. So I'm telling you right now, the biggest problem people in their 50s are facing in the college fee is not easy. So if you are in your 30s, you don't even have a kid, and you're not investing, you're depending on 10%, you're investing on your 401k, that is not enough. You haven't even started about your kids. Listen to me. Open account, push yourself, and invest right now. You guys are already in the late in the game, but hey, God decide we're gonna marry, that's up to God. When we get kids, that's up to God. But now that He has the ability, don't stop wasting time. Stop wasting time being on things that are not functional. Put an additional $300 somewhere. Just because you're doing 15% in 401k, that's not enough. Buy some more lands. Buy liquid assets. Buy commodities that can later on turn into investment. Am I making sense? So if you are already in your 30s and 20s and you don't have a spouse and you're still waiting, let me tell you, babies are expensive. Some of us know it. If you are a parent right now, you know it. And guess what? If you are already in your 40s and you just have a small baby, you are in the same problem. You are in the same problem. Your kids, by the time they go to your college, you're going to be utilizing your retirement money. So as much as people tell me, Betty, by the time I'm in my retirement, I will have 140. I'm like, no, you don't. Out of that 140, 30,000 is for your kids. So no, you don't. So I pity those people who still think they're gonna have money. So start right now. Even if you don't have a family, start putting this money away. Time goes by very quick. Time goes by very quick. Okay, am I making any sense? Somebody told me, I had a question about mortgage. If you guys have a question, I'm done with the presentation. Somebody was like, talk about paying off mortgages. Hey, got that one. Hey, girl, you got a buckle up. I only know of my three friends here in Houston who have paid off their mortgage. So we are still a work in progress. I'm one of those people who don't like to talk things unless I've done it. So when I cleared mine in 2 years, I will be gladly to talk about paying off mortgage. Like I told you guys, I couldn't talk about my credit score until I fix it. Right now I'm in 750 and above. I can easily talk about my credit score. I can easily talk about life insurance, but I'm not gonna come here and talk about things that I don't know. Okay, so I will not talk about mortgage payment because I'm going through it. The only thing I know, I sit with my advisor because I own my own, and one thing they told me was that if I pay immediately, I pay one payment and then I pay the next month, before even that, I'm killing that interest rate. So it's helping me. It's helping me clear out my mortgage. Okay, so with God timing, yes, I like Time goes by fast, guys, so I will not talk about mortgage until I clear it, because I've been working with my mortgage company to see how fast I can clear it in 2 years. Okay, so I hope I will clear it so that I can easily talk about it. But those are some of the things that I'm doing, is that I'm paying faster on it. What else? God timing. Yes, guys, I don't have much to say, but this was for the millennium. I'm gonna talk to over 50, but I've done a video for the over 50 several times. If you go to my page, and I need you guys to do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, do so. That's how YouTube gets me paid. So do your girl a favor and subscribe to your YouTube, and also subscribe to my website, the 20's Chapter, so that I can get paid. So see, you know I love you guys. Yeah. Wahome, yes, time goes by fast, and if people don't utilize the time, if you're single, and you know, we get babies late, and I understand. I got my, you know, most people right now, it's very hard to find those spouse. So we are having babies very late. But guess what? Most of us are wasting time as it is right now, because we are single, we don't have anybody, we don't have kids, we are wasting that money in the club. And before you know it, guess what? In your 40, the baby come, the mortgage come, and now you are trying to play a catch-up game. So when I talk like you have to start right now, I truly mean that you guys have to start right now. Save for the baby, even in your 20s, in your 27, save for that baby. Even if you don't find that spouse, start saving for that baby, okay? Because we're gonna have that. We are starting our life so late right now, and that's just the new normal. Ladies no longer get married at 20s. I'm sorry, we get married at 35, and if you calculate that, you're gonna be meeting your baby at retirement. How about your first house buying? Some tips again about home mortgage. Not really. It was tough. But guess what? I'm having a guest coming about. She's gonna be talking. June is gonna be talking about mortgage. She's gonna be talking about buying a second home, which is what I'm looking into. But I like to clear my debt first. So June is coming up. She was supposed to come last week to talk about mortgage, and I forgot that. June is gonna be talking about mortgage, buying a home, how to get finance, and how to get money out of even rental property in Kenya, how to make money here with A and B and B. And that's something that I do right now, is A, B, and B. I will not lie to you guys. It's awesome. I love A, B, and B. Hey, you can check your girl out at A, B, and B and rent my place, okay? I have 2 properties in A, B, and B, okay? I love to hustle. I like making passive income. There's nothing wrong with that. I just love my money. 529, if you're familiar with it, is there a company you will recommend? Yes, I'm very familiar with 529. I've done a video on it. Most of the time you can get them at your bank, but if you can't, call me and I'll tell you exactly how to go about getting your 529. We can write it up for you. But of course, if you're planning to save for your kid college, again, life insurance is still the best one to save for your kids college. What else? Tips on buying your first home. Like I said, June is coming to talk about mortgage and buying first home and buying second home. And somebody told me about rental versus Mordecai. Were you asking about rental versus mortgage? Let me be honest with you. I'll touch on that just a little bit. When it comes to renting versus owning a home, hands down your girl, because I've had a mortgage. I will, and me and June, we're gonna be discussing it. June had a death in the family. That's why she was not able to do a live video with me about real estate and mortgage. If I don't get June, I'll bring Sam Jinori. He's been in the industry for 68 years. He understands that industry well than I am. So I'm not the expert on mortgage and housing. But one thing, I was talking to my brother this week, and my brother, you know, he made some very not so good not so good idea. So we were talking about renting versus a mortgage, and when it comes to the thing that he did, he would have rather rented. He would rather have an apartment, because some areas like Pearland, property taxes alone are like 1,300 a year. So even if you have a mortgage, It's not worth it. You understand? I'll rather you rent then, because you're already paying a mortgage of 1,500 a month. Then you have property tax of 1,300 a year. It's not worth it. So when it comes to that, I'm not the expert, of course, in real estate. I'm taking my class in real estate. Hopefully by the end of this month, I'll be certified real estate agent. But that's why I'm bringing some, and I'll bring some January or June. June is still going through some family thing, but you guys will love June. June Matinda. She's gonna talk to you guys about Airbnb, and she's gonna talk to you about even Airbnb in Kenya, how she makes money doing Airbnb even in Africa. So Airbnb doesn't have to be here. That's what people think. She does it even in Kenya. I do it here and I love it. So you can go to Airbnb, you can rent my property. I love you all, and I hope the millennium have learned. Do share this video, do subscribe to my YouTube. See you all at the top. If you have more questions, comment below. Oh, did I forget the 3 places to invest to get 11%? People ask me all the time. 3 places. If you watch my last video, people were asking about this. Number 1, Steamer Circle, 11%. Number 2, Saiton, 18%. Number 3, that's so many. Invest in stock, but be aware you want to stay longer for you to get those high interest rates. Okay? See you all at the top, and I love you all. And yes, I hope this video helps somebody. Do share. If you are in Seattle, see you next month. Okay? Bye.